Next type of stubby areas are not so stubby areas, and I can define it using an example here. Supposing I have, let me have some circle here. Supposing that this is a router, and this router has this connection with switch 1, and this router is running EIGRP, and switch 1 is a neighbor with this router using EIGRP process. And again, supposing that this router is injecting some routes into EIGRP database and switch 1 is going to redistribute them into Ospf database, you can see that actually area 25 is a sub area, but again it needs to inject some routes into other Ospf areas. So the simple sub area does not work here. You need to assign kind of area that accepts redistribution, and this kind is not so sub areas. So let's go to router 2 and switch 1 and remove the configuration that we had previously. I go to here, and under router Ospf 1 I remove no area 25 stub, and on switch 1 I only had this. It has of course removed previously, but I just do it for clarity. So I go to configuration here, now router Ospf 1, no area 1 stub, again area 25 actually, and remove this configuration. And again you can see that I have removed it previously, but just for the clarity I'm doing this. I need to go to switch 1 and imitate this router that I had previously created. So I go and create some interfaces here. Interface loopback, for example 91, and I assign an IP address of 5591.525.255.255.0, and some other interfaces, for example 92, and this is going to be 5592.5, and again 93 and 5593.5. Now you can see that IP interface brief, excluding unassigned interfaces, tells me that I have 3 new loopback interfaces here. Now I'm going to assume that these are injected using that EIGRP process that I was talking about. So let's go and create a route map here. Route map loopbacks, and under route map loopbacks I'm going to match interfaces loopback 91, loopback 92, loopback 93. So if I check route maps, you can see that I have this matching loopback 91, 2 and 3, and now I can redistribute them into Ospf database. Now I can go to router Ospf 1 and redistribute connected, and assigning subnets keywords to tell that these are classless IP addresses that are redistributing. And again I need to assign a route map here, and this route map's name is loopbacks. Now if I try to see my normal Ospf database without assigning any type of stubby areas, you can see that I have type 5 external links that I have redistributed them into them. Okay, now I want to change this. I want to take into I want to tell that area 25 is a stub area, but this time, as I told you, because I'm adding redistribution, I need to assign not so stubby type to this. So I can go to switch 1 and tell that area 25 is NSSA, that is not so stubby. And again I need to assign this command to router 2 as well, because this is my ABR. So I assign area 25 NSSA, and after a while I should see a resynchronization like this. And now if I go to switch 1 and try to see show IP Ospf database command, it tells me that I have type 1, I have type 2, and again type 3. But here it is very interesting. Instead of type 5, I have type 7. And I don't have any type 5 external routes here. As you remember, in normal stub area we did not have any external link. Here we do not have any external link again. But these are external links that I have generated. They are not generated from other areas. So this is very interesting. Again, on router 2, let's check the IP-Ospf database. Show IP-Ospf database here. Here you can see that I have type 7 on this router, but if I go to other routers, for example router 1, and try to see IP-Ospf database here, I can see that there is no type 7 here. All I can see is type 5. And let me find it. And there are a lot of routes here. You can see that I have type 5 external links. This is because router 2 translates type 7 routes, type 7 LSAs into type 5 and sends them to other routers in other areas. But inside the not so sub area, we only have type 7 external links. So this is very interesting point here. Now I want to go to switch 1 again and see IP routing table, and can see that there is no external routes here. This is nice, and this is what I had in mind, because I do not want to have any routes to external ASPRs. But now you can see that again I need to remove all these routes because they all go through one way, and I need only one let's say default route here. And again I can do it on router 2. If I go to router 2 and change the area 25 NSSA to area 25 no summary, you can see that I have no summary and no redistribution. And if I tell no redistribution, I can say that redistribution is not allowed here, but I needed redistribution, so I do not know, I do not need to use this command. So I go and add no summary, and again you can see that translate is here, default information originate is here, and instead of type 7 I can have a default information. I'm not going to use that, so I hit enter. And after a while, if I go to switch 1 and check routing table again, you can see that I only have one inter area route for every route, and I still have my own connected routes here, and everything that I have redistributed into Ospf is here from me. So these are types of not so sub areas that you just saw.